Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Land Plays Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. We survived kind of a near miss on the last run by the, oh god, it's gonna be one of the characters at the end of the game. Okay, well the lost isn't as bad as the keeper. We survived a near miss last time. We're gonna hope that we survive a near miss this time. 8YQSGT28. One thing is for sure, if we succeed on this run, no matter what items we get, no one can say that it's undeserved. You know, a keeper run, an Isaac run that I personally, curated into being totally fucked and then, salvaged it by the grace of the RNG in the game. And now a lost run over the course of, like, the first 6 runs here. So this is, certainly, let me just say, a below-average series of RNG for us. You know, oftentimes, on that last streak, I would sit down, I would hit the record button, and I'd just rattle off, like, 10 wins. We might actually go with Mom's Pad, but the D4 is it can be a get-out-of-jail-free card. Just want to get refreshed here before we get all this money. It can be a get-out-of-jail-free card. If we get hit and we know we're going to get hit, or we're very confident we're going to get hit one more time. But we might be fine. I mean, we've already made it through the Keeper run. The Keeper run ended up being very, very easy as a result of the quality of the items that we encountered on the course of that run, but Lost Run, free deals with the devil. If we can get, a black market or something like that, obviously that's very good for us. No other consumables over there, huh? I guess we just go for it. And it's famine, and I'm very thankful that it's famine. I don't really love the idea of having an orbital, because I know myself, and I know that my tendency will be to use... We did not get hit there. My tendency will be to use that orbital to deal damage as quickly as possible, which is not the right strategy for success. The right strategy for success is to stay, far away from enemies and, use the orbital strictly defensively. Either way, though, it's good to have it, and who knows how it may end up valuing us, being valuable to us, perhaps is the right way to phrase that, over the rest of the run. I'm attached to this streak. We've had some great stuff happen from an entertainment standpoint on it so far, and I'm hopeful that we're not going to squander it here. So what am I concerned about? Well, I would like to get a bomb and use said bomb to, blow up the Tinted Rock. Even though it's a fairly low percentage play, Small Rock would be extremely beneficial, especially considering we're not going to get a DPS upgrade on this floor. Speaking of low percentages, I would really like to get a Perthrow rune. I would also like to see if maybe there's something on our shop that makes it worth playing here. Worth going to, rather. Something like Red Candle would be pretty exceptional. Something worth, like, either passively good or worth getting rid of our fairly low percentage, get-out-of-jail-free card in the form of the D4. I don't think Placebo is it. Chariot is a good card, and we can take the key as well to ensure that we can get into the item room on the next floor. I think that's more valuable than a bomb that has, like, a, 1 in 6 or 1 in 8 chance to pay out with a... something that's actually valuable for us. That being said, we're going to do that anyway. And now we can actually use the Chariot card to get out of the Curse Room if we get hit on the Curse Room. So, I think that opens up a little bit of an avenue of success, or for success for us. So, let's try that. There are enemies, but there's also Guppy's Collar, which might be, second to 9 lives, the most valuable Guppy item for a Lost Run. So now we actually have the ability to possibly come back from the dead. We would come back as the Lost? I can't recall, actually. If we came back, that is. And we're also a little closer to becoming Guppy, and being Guppy is very important on a run like this where, it doesn't take much to make the difference between winning and losing. I don't think we take pills because a bad trip is pretty catastrophic. Of course, a Tears upgrade or something like that is quite good. As it always is, but, we gotta worry more about costs than benefits right now, as weird as that might sound. A small benefit is nice, but a small cost is potentially devastating. I know, by the way, I know myself, I'm watching myself use orbitals to deal damage, and I know that it's a bad habit. Thankfully, we made it through that room. Basically, just stop it. I know, like, ooh, we got a Spirit Heart we can't do anything with, but butt bombs are okay. I'm probably not. It's a hard habit to break here. Despite the fact that we're not even really trying to break it right now. The big danger here is that I end up just walking into an enemy without realizing that I've already lost my Holy Mantle play, and then we're dead, I do love the extra damage it's giving us, though. I can't deny that. Now, unfortunately, like, the Lost is a much easier character to win with versus the Keeper. There's no question about that. On the surface, they got a lot of similarities, like the fact that, you can only ever get hit twice on any given room, and it'll kill you unless you have maybe Infamy or something backing you up. Obviously, I would like to get the Compass. If I could get Mom's Purse along with it, that's fine. I bought a bomb. Basically, it's just bad news for our donation machine. We're still going to be able to get to at least the Compass level. Compass is important for efficiency's sake, but it is fair to say Mom's Purse could be extremely valuable for us as well if we could get, the Cancer Trinket along with Curved Horn or something like that. Nothing paid out there, which is a real bummer. I was thinking, like, if we could reasonably get to 15 cents by shooting poop, we'll give it a shot, but considering that we shot about 20 and none of them paid out, I think that probably changes up our potential paths to victory here. Either way, still pretty good. 5 butt bombs. We could blow up our donation machine, but is it worth blowing up the donation machine for Mom's Purse when at present we have 0 trinkets? I'd say probably not. There we go. Huge play. Small rock. Double Chariot card, so we might as well use one right now. And then, I guess it's actually a bummer if we end up fighting Krampus in here, but we'll just have to deal with it. Thankfully, we aren't fighting Krampus in here. So we can definitely take these for free. Dark Matter's pretty good. Sister Maggie is just something that exists. And we'll move on here. So the Screw, good item. Dark Matter, good item. Sister Maggie, at least helpful. And we're moving on in a pretty okay scenario here. Feeling relatively good about the world around us. Ultra Pride is a bummer. But we have this Chariot card as like the ultimate get out of jail free. We have the D4 if things go terribly, terribly wrong. And we think that we urgently need to do that or we're gonna die. And our damage is actually pretty good. No Tinted Rocks. Judas's Shadow is a great way out of the Lost. And I would like to win as the Lost if possible, but if we end up dying, now, like, let me put it this way. Our odds of actually completing this run with a win instead of a loss went from, like, maybe 60% to, like, 95%, just as a result of that one pickup. So, in terms of, like, swings, that's obviously ridiculous, But let's not let it, curb our enthusiasm, which just started production on its next season, and I'm very excited. Sometimes on the NLSS, people think that I'm a jerk, but really, I'm just biting Larry David's bit from the show. I'm being an exaggerated person, or an exaggerated version of myself. And everybody, when they watch that show, thinks that they're Larry David. It's like, which one of you is going to be the Red Ranger? Which one of you is going to be the Green Ranger? Nobody's lining up to be the Blue Ranger. Everyone wants to be Larry David. Nobody's going, oh, I'm probably the Jeff Garlin of this show. Anyway. We shouldn't let our newfound safety curb our enthusiasm to win as the Lost, because it's still noteworthy to start a run as the Lost and win, but it's more noteworthy to win as the Lost. So let's see if we can't, guarantee that result, which would be way more exciting than just, oh, it's a Dark Judas win. Well, I mean, as Dark Judas, we can still lose. The odds have just diminished greatly. We've gone from feeling like a loss is reasonably likely to a loss is probably not going to happen on this run. Which is a huge swing. Come on. Thank you for rotating in the absolute worst direction, but we managed to surmount it. We did get a deal with the devil. I'll take Krampus. Doesn't bother me. Lump of coal will be huge. Krampus's head, probably a worthy replacement for the D4 at this point in our Isaac lifespan. Lump of coal better, though, because we can keep D4. Dude, we have a chance at boss rush here. This is a really, really great setup. And we will do the boss trap room, and we have a bead on guppy plays as well. It'd be nice to get a goat head or something to give us a higher percentage chance, but we have the left hand, and we have a guppy item already, and we have deal with the devil precedent. Cricket's head, Isaac's not like 100% momentum based. You know, there's a lot of RNG, such to the point that, you know, just because you got great items early doesn't mean you're going to get great items anytime again in the future. But it certainly feels that way right now. Like, we have the illusion of being propelled by a great amount of momentum as we speak. That being said, you get hit twice on a room, you're done either way. But certainly, we got kind of the tools necessary to keep ourselves going here. If you'll excuse me, you know, it's a lost run, so I'm not going to prioritize going to the shop with 1 cent. If we get more money, that could change. But I'd like to do the mini-boss room. You never know if that's, you know, 9 lives waiting in there, or, you know, another item that's valuable. But whether it is or it isn't, the boss fight, item room, deal with the devil are like the non-optional areas where I absolutely need to check them out. And so far, they've been very kind to us. Liberty Cap. I think we take the left hand over the Liberty Cap. And it doesn't look like we're going to intersect with that boss fight, but I'm sort of thinking, why tempt fate? You know, just take this one home, go down to the next floor. We still need to find a way out of boss rush. I don't think I want to do boss rush. X-ray goggles are fine, by the way. It's a bummer that we're not going to see the secret room on this floor, apparently. But this has been my MO on Lost runs, you know, since before the Lost was nerfed. So maybe it's due for a change, but my strategy for Lost runs has always been get out of the floors as quickly as possible with as much, like, value as possible. So I don't want to go to a lot of rooms that are liable to be valueless. Although, extra chances for Guppy. So that's a speed upgrade. The speed is maybe as important as the damage portion of growth hormones there, just so we can actually successfully dodge enemies on a regular basis. But, gotta check it, right? We're happy to have both, that's for sure. And really, like, this is not nearly as good as the Keeper run, let's be honest. We started that one with, like, Magic Mush and finished it kicking the shit out of every enemy that we came across. It ended up being, like, probably the fastest run that we've had this week, ridiculously enough. But this one is, as far as Lost runs go, pretty fucking good. And, you know, I get 1 F-bomb per video. That's not true. It's just a rumor that I made up. Not to, you know, start shit, but just because it adds a little bit of, you know, a little bit of gravitas to that 1 F-bomb we throw in each video. Even though I don't count on it probably occasionally, but, like, you know, some videos with 0, some videos with, like, 20. It's just a word, bro. Why are you giving so much meaning to words like they mean things? I don't understand. I don't even know where I'm going with that joke, because we've talked about it, you know, ad nauseum in the past. I think words, you know, words can hurt. It's not the words, you know, it's not the sound, it's what the sound means. But I will say that, you know, I do think that if someone goes, hey, you little bitch, I hate you, they go, oh, it's just words, it's just words. Nah, those words are an attack. If somebody, you know, in public goes, yo, my snatch is on fire, you're like, oh, that's a little gross, but it doesn't actually offend me on a personal level. But maybe, you know, everybody's different. Nobody's nerfing, man. I don't know. There's bombs back there. We probably should go back for them. And a red chest is still valuable. All I need, like, my Guppy fervor is at, like, a 3 out of 10. I'm like, yeah, Guppy's cool. All we need is 1 Guppy item. And then shit starts to pop off. You know, then it's like 9 out of 10. We're 1 Guppy item away. Ooh, Deadeye is a very good item. Counterfeit Penny is not good enough, but we have enough bombs to maybe cash in big time here. Probably should have picked up Counterfeit Penny there first, but no big deal. Yeah, okay, so Jar of Flies is going to be our D4 replacement. And this is a high-quality spacebar item, one of the best in the game, I'd say. And almost gives us a beat on boss rush, if we wanted to handle it that way. Do I? Probably not. Like, I'd rather, unless it's an amazing item, I'd probably rather just tell it to shove off, but we'll see. 2 of hearts. Okay, I wanted to check, but it turned out to be basically worthless. So, Jar of Flies is great. I don't think it really matters. Like, sometimes I get Jar of Flies and I go, oh, well, should we save our flies for the boss fight, or should we use them, you know, as we get them? I think the answer is it doesn't matter. However you use it, you're gonna be happy with your situation. So I'm not even, like, sweating this one anymore. I don't even know the last time we lost a single Holy Mantle charge was. To be fair, this is one of the bosses that, you know, if I was ever going to take 2 damage on a boss that I was more powerful than, it would probably be this boss. Or a boss of this caliber, but we're still fine. And I want to save that chariot card as long as possible. We don't want either of these items, but we will take them both just to get them out of the situation. Plus, we get the value of a book. I don't want to take the pill. I will take Mom's coin purse to get closer to the mom transformation, but I don't want to take the pills that result from that until we have the PhD, or, you know, if we never get the PhD, we never take the pills, and that's fine by me. Plenty of time to finagle a boss rush setup here, by the way. This could be a big swing from a guppy perspective. It's very early, like way too early to be talking about this, but if we can actually make it into the, if we can make it into the blue baby fight, I know, it's a long way away, but if we can make it into the blue baby fight with Chariot, we've won. If we can make it into the blue baby fight, period, we've probably won. But with the Chariot, it's a guarantee. If we have to use the Chariot, anywhere, we should use it. Because again, I won't consider this a true victory unless we win as the Lost. It'll always have like a little asterisk. I think this is just keys. Oh, it's just money. But honestly, I'm not that disappointed with money. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. We'll also, you know, maybe be able to buy something from the shop. Or if not, if the shop sucks, we'll just cash in the money at the donation machine, and at least it's a productive use of the finances that we have instead of getting, like, literally no value out of them. It's really a dead end, huh? As far as books go, I think I would rather have Jar of Flies than Book of Belial, so it's going to be a tough sell to get anything from that library, but if we're still rich on keys, which we are, we might as well, you know, maybe make the effort to go look for it back there. And we got Book of Revelations, which is useless on this floor. Can't get a second level cube of meat, and Ball of Bandages is going to remain at level 1. Satanic Bible is okay. Possibly one of like the top 5 or 10 spacebar items in the game. If you're not the Lost, as the Lost, it just exists. But sure, you know, for the cost of a single key, maybe there's like a 5% chance we can go through so many books that a library, it's a tough sentence to say. A library will spawn, which has, you know, items in it kind of naturally, just because we've taken all the books out of the system, but it's relatively unlikely. So I took Triple Shot. This is it's a pet item for me. It's not good in the traditional sense. In fact, Triple Shot may be the only, you know, shot multiplier that's actually bad, almost objectively. I think we'll take Nightlight, just to try to ensure our victory. We donated enough to feel pretty good. But I like it either way. If it's a bad move, it's not a super bad move. It's just kind of like, you could have done better. And honestly, with 8 bombs, we should go look for some potential boss rush outs here, even if it costs us like all of our bombs. Why not, I guess. There's actually a good reason why not. What's the reason why not to take that? No teleports there. Because we could respawn as Dark Judas and then grab it. It's unlikely, but it could happen. Well, I guess we're just gonna fight the boss. And we'll see about boss rush. I don't really want to do it. It's very, very easy to take a couple of hits. So, even if we're overpowered, it's pretty easy to, you know, ruin that. But if the items are, like, severely on point, I mean, 2020 is really good, but I think, don't hate me because I'm being the smart guy here. I'm like cringing at my own decision so much that my facial structure has changed, but sincerely, I know people are going to be like, take 2020 there. It's not the right call. As any other character except for the Lost and the Keeper, that's a no-brainer. You take 2020, and then if you die, who cares, right? Like, you come back as Dark Judas with double damage, and you just kick the shit out of the rest of the game. However, a Lost win is special. I know we have the respawn. We could come back as Dark Judas. I don't want to. I want to win this, you know, the cool way. I think it's way zanier. I mean, the zaniest would obviously be if you just did it and survived. But that's low enough percentage that I don't think that's the right call for us at this present moment. Not that lost victories are, like, impossible. You know, obviously they're not impossible. We're doing it right now, and we've done it in the past. Can we take this? Like, I mean, I know that we're the lost, but the fact that that deal started as being for 3 Spirit Hearts kind of freaked me out. Spirit of the Night, we already have Spirit of the Night, effectively. We have Spectral Tears and we can fly, but sure, I mean, I'll take it, I suppose. Still no guppy items, huh? It's a super bummer. 1 red chest. 2 demon hearts. Well, for 1 red chest, I think we'll give it a try here. Obviously, worked out pretty horribly. Now, the biggest bummer of all would be if I made this big speech about how, you know, abstaining from being zany gives us the best chance to get the zaniest outcome, and then we just lost anyway. So let's just try to pilot this lost victory to a win. It's kind of a confusing sentence, I'll admit. And if we're able to do that, then I'll consider this run a roaring success with a small asterisk, I suppose, that 2020 lies in permanent purgatory. Hey, by all means, you know, did I show you the seed here? 8YQS GT28. Go do the run for yourself. You know, you don't need to do boss rush. You can find a way to get out of boss rush, I'm sure, and get 2020. Boss Russ is he used to be my boss when I worked down at the Staples Business Depot. He was a pretty cool guy. I know you wanted me to tell some stories about how Russ was an asshole. Nah, Russ was a G. He introduced me to Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted, one of the top gangster rap albums. This is a character I've made up. There is no Russ. Unfortunately, I had to be my own Russ, and now I'll be your Russ. Make sure to tweet me, hashtag remember Russ, if you remember Russ from when we talked about him mere moments ago. Tweet me, hashtag Russ, no Russ, no muss, if you're okay living a Russless life. And don't actually tweet me. No, tweet me. Okay, I'll allow it. The thing is, this episode will go up in like 8 days. I'll get 50 tweets that say no Russ, no muss, and I'll be like, where the hell did these come from? And then someone will tell me that this is exactly what you imagined was going to happen in the video, and it's a never-ending cycle of that. By the way, we got really close to Guppy. We still could make it happen. And Little Brim, obviously a happy pickup for me as well. We're very, very close to securing the victory here. And, you know, like our last Keeper run, it's an easy lost run. Just want to check this first. 2 of diamonds. A really, really easy run. And I mean that, you know, not with just trying to brag, but rather just to put it in perspective, you know, that we've got not really that much of a challenge on the characters that are supposed to be a challenge. Again, I can't think of the last time we lost Holy Mantle on a room. It might be when we were fighting the Golden Dingle, which is my favorite new Hearthstone card. But if that's the case, we're touching enemies or getting hit by bullets like less than once every 3 floors, I think we should be pretty proud of ourselves that, you know, our play is not determining whether or not we win. The items are determining that we're probably going to win. But our play is not giving us the loss. You know, we're playing as well as we need to. Which is to say, you know, below average, but still acceptable. And there's the Guppy Dream, which means we can finally drop left hand, take the chariot with us. And honestly now, we should be borderline unstoppable. And it's looking like we are borderline unstoppable. I'm going to hold the chariot card because, again, what did I say like 4 floors ago? If we can carry this into boss rush, we will win. I'm not opening chests. I mean, or I'm not yet, but stone chests. Who cares, man? Shouldn't even be getting tinted rocks. We already have small rock, and I don't know what we'd be hoping for from a golden chest that we don't already have. Sure, a single bomb and a single penny. That seems, I guess, in a way, I didn't already have those. Somehow, you can spin that however you please. We don't have Guppy's tail. Oh, we do have Guppy's tail. So you know what? I'm going to stop being braggadocious. And I'm going to go back, grab this key. Might as well get the money. There's enough of it there that it would make a difference for money equals power. Look at that. Good karma. We got a luck upgrade off of it as well. Pay very close attention. Do not get hit twice. It's very easy to get confused, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, where did Holy Mantle go? I don't know. I think we've got this one sewn up, honestly. And I'm happy to say it, because this has been probably the most action-packed, like, small streak that I've ever had. We will take Distant Admiration. We will take Juicy Sack. We will take Anemic. We will not take Bob's Brain. If you ever have an excuse to not take those items that are like, yeah, I think it's underrated, but it can kill you, this is that excuse. We don't really benefit from that. If we get a D6 or something, we could always go back and re-roll it. So it's not like we're losing anything by leaving it on the ground. We're probably not gaining anything, but we could gain something in the future. And I gotta say, this run has got me feeling hashtag no rust, no muss right now. I can't wait until it's been, like, probably 5 minutes after turning off the video. I'm not gonna remember that reference. And as a result, I will hate myself for having made it, created a meme, and then summarily forgotten about it. Oh well. Rotten Baby. Rotten Baby's good. But, you know, we have about 30,000 flies, so another one every now and then is not that big of a deal. Similarly, I think we're actually slow enough that I don't actually want Taurus. I don't even think the shovel can do anything for us. We're 2 rooms away from the boss fight. We're gonna have 2 flies when we enter. Coincidence? Probably. And look at that. The prophecy has come true. We managed to carry the Chariot card into the Blue Baby fight. Ceremoniously, we pop it, and in under 25 minutes, that's a lost victory. Easy win, not really much of a challenge, but check it out. 6 wins in a row. Streak's getting off to an interesting start. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.